Beautiful people, once again, you are welcome back to my channel, Explore with Pascal. It is always joy to find you on my channel. Thank you for your time. Subscribe if you haven't done so, and drop a comment, likes, sharing. You know how we do it. Yes, today we are heading straight to the iconic and historic city of York once more to explore one of the UK's most amazing museums. And guess what? The National Railway Museum. Yes, journey with me to see some of the iconic locomotives like the Flying Scotsman, discover the stories behind them, and journey through the history of Britain's railway. Yes, you know how we do it. Let's do this together from the first train that was in 1804. We are connecting ourselves with the past, the present, and the future of the British Railway, from the first ever steam locomotive that was made in 1804 by Richard Trevithick through to the famous Flying Scotsman, and all the way to the Japanese high bullet train Shinkansen. The museum is certainly a top place to visit, and guess what? It is absolutely free. You don't have to pay a dime before you visit the museum. So anywhere around the UK, make it a point to visit the museum. Join with me and let's discover the beautiful stuff in this museum. So straight to the Duchess of Hamilton, which was built in the year 1938 by William Steiner, and this was by the London, Midland and the Scottish Railway, which operated until 1964 and has been on the display at the National Railway Museum since 2009. The purpose of this train was mainly for conveying passengers from one point to the other. Specifically, it was designed for express passenger service between London and Glasgow. The engineering works and everything that comes with the Duchess of Hamilton is a top-notch and is a must-visit train. Now, from the Duchess of Hamilton to the rockets that was built in the year 1829, and it was built for Manchester and Liverpool. And guess what? These two cities held a competition to find the best locomotive design for their new life. And surprisingly, it was the only locomotive to successfully complete the trials. And the record was averaging 12 miles per hour, reaching a top speed of 30 miles per hour. Around that time, it was a record then. And so this train is considered a pivotal monument in the history of the rail travels, and is now a prized artifact at the National Railway Museum. And guess what? You can never miss it when you visit the museum. So check it out, the Rockets, very beautiful train. From the Rockets to the Evening Star, which you will love it. The Evening Star was built in 1960 and retired in 1965, so it only lasted for 5 years. And historically, it's very significant, as it was the 99th British Railway standard, the last locomotive steam that was built by the British Railway. And so from since, it has been moved to the National Railway Museum at York to preserve its rich history. Very incredible train, incredible engineering works, and that's the interior there for you. Everything about it is so lovely, and whenever you have the chance to visit the National Railway Museum, I'm not sure you will miss it, because it's really beautiful. And here comes the legendary Mallard, which was built in the year 1938. It is renowned for holding the world speed record for steam locomotive, and it achieved a speed of 126 miles per hour, which is around 203 kilometers per hour on July 10, 1938. And this record remained unbroken. That is it, it's a fact. It remains unbroken by any steam locomotive and the world fastest locomotive. So my lad is certainly a legendary locomotive, a legendary train, which still holds its record of 126 miles per hour, which is equal to 203 kilometers per hour. Built by London and Northeastern Railway, it is the world fastest steam locomotive. As simple as that. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you another legend, Flying Scotsman, which was built in the year 1923 and is the first steam locomotive to officially reach 100 miles per hour in the year 1934. It had a global tour. Guess what? It toured in the US, the Canada, and the Australia. The Flying Scotsman is considered as the symbol of British engineering and railway history and has featured in various media, including the famous film Harry Potter. Yes, including the famous film Harry Potter. And so the Flying Scotsman retired in the year 1963, and guess the record is set. It was the only steam locomotive that ran 422 miles per hour non-stop, and it was incredible. The longest ever non-stop by any steam locomotive. This is what makes Flying Scotsman a legendary steam locomotive, a legendary train. Once you visit the National Railway Museum in New York, ask for Flying Scotsman to read the incredible achievement of this amazing train. So after spending some time with Flying Scotsman, the next train that I found was Elama Lines, which was built for the UK Navy, and it played a very pivotal role in the Second World War. Elama Lines was built in the year 1949, and it was withdrawn from service in the year 1951, meaning it's only served for just 2 years. Yes, 2 years it was done. This was designed to haul heavy trains at high speed, and like I said, it was really, really pivotal during the Second World War for the British. So interestingly, other trains like the Hippopotamus that was built in the year 1874 and named after the animal hippopotamus because of its appearance, which looks like the animal hippopotamus, how giant it is. The Eastern Counties Railway Coach, which was built in 1851, the Kill one, which was built in 1942, the Livingstone Thompson, which was built in 1885, the Pullman Topaz, and many more. Now, all these trains are very incredible trains at the National Railway Museum, which will certainly catch your attention because of their incredible history and everything that comes with it once you visit. And now, the multi-million-dollar question is, what is the future? But before the future, this is the present, and the present has to do with the Japanese high-speed train, which was built in the year 1964 and has been a very great contributor into the railway industry. The Shinkansen bullet train, the Eurostar, which have taken over and is now taking the present into the future, connecting cities and making movements easy so far as the railway industry is concerned. So in here is an experience you wouldn't love to miss. This is the inside of the Shinkansen train, the Japanese bullet train, and in here are screens and monitors which display the present and the future of the railway industry, the projections into the future, and how beautiful the future looks like so far as the railway industry is concerned. So once you get in there, the screens in there will certainly talk to you and tell you what all this is about. And this is the National Railway Museum here in New York. And as you can see, the Eurostar is also one of the latest inventions so far as the revolution of the train industry or the railway industry is concerned. A place you wouldn't love to miss, a place you would love to be there over and over again, which is full of history, highly connected from the past into the present and into the future. And so this is the National Railway Museum in New York. Find a day, find a time to visit, and trust me, you will never regret visiting the Railway Museum. Thank you for being part of my channel, and thank you for staying with me up to this point. I fully appreciate every single second you spend on my channel. Thank you. Kindly support my growth by subscribing and drop a comment. Any interesting place you think I need to explore, just drop it and I will get it done. I will see you in my next video. Until then, take care of yourself and always remember to do your best and leave the rest to take care of yourself.